Welcome back to Talking Lead. This is episode 87, and we're back in the studios. No crazy...
Not doing it live.
No, we're not going to do that for a while until we have that thing figured out and
I think we just need a cable, don't we?
For that?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the quality, we're never going to get...
quality.
We won't get this good going through Google Hangouts. It's almost impossible.
I thought we just needed a cable of some sort.
No, each person would need like a mixing board and a good mic. I mean, it's possible, but they'd all have to have that stuff.
We need to figure that out, as Sonny would say.
Yeah. Sonny needs to get better internet.
Sonny had no internet, I don't think. I think
I'm
he was
still
using
recovering from that show,
a freaking Campbell soup can and some wire. I think that's what he was using.
I'm still recovering from it. I was shaken up after that.
Yeah, well, our apologies to some of our listeners. I think some of them got a little offended by it, but we're not going to please all the people all the time. So
yeah. Well, the good thing was, I think from most of the response we got, I don't think they were really offended. They were just like, "Hey guys, you know."
But it's not like we didn't warn them all over the place. Put up big, bold, right there on the picture, advisory, warning, even in the description. Warning, explicit.
We got some emails saying, "Hey guys,
our guest is looking perplexed over here at us." So
hey guys, I listen to you as I take my kids to daycare. So it kind of flopped. But you know, they just said they didn't listen to it. They knew about the warning. They didn't listen to it. They didn't
listen to it then.
Yeah, they probably listened to it.
I'm sure
later.
they listened to it because they can't
put the headphones.
You can't
on.
not want to go listen to something that's got warnings all over it. You know, it's just like an invitation to go listen
like
to
a train wreck.
Yeah.
So, did you do anything cool with guns this week?
Man, I didn't.
Nothing?
I just worked on Two-Face a little bit. I had some tightening issues I needed to work on the handguard, and I think that's really all I did with guns. You know, we've been working on editing videos and stuff from our Colorado trip, and
finally finished the
hot range, Cold War hot range class. So we got a lot of.
No, we didn't edit the interview about that one though.
No, but we've got a lot of video footage of it that we're going to be posting up coming up.
Yeah, I played with the VP9 a little bit more, shot a little bit more. I'm liking the gun. It's just the one little issue I'm having with. I'm used to a Glock where it's got the little elevated part for your left thumb or right thumb, whichever way you are. There's no here. You can check it out. We'll introduce you here in a minute. But when you put your left thumb out, there's nowhere to get a purchase on it. See how that rail is recessed?
Why don't you just put it on the gun?
He's taking a lot of Jaeger classes.
Yeah.
He's got that same.
So we might as well go ahead and introduce him.
So our guest this week is of YouTube fame, notoriety, notoriousness, singer ring things. I don't know. I just made that
musician.
Word up. Musician. That's a little more professional.
That's the word you're looking for.
FX Hummel. How's it going, man?
It's great to be here. Thanks for having me.
And you're here in studio. You drove all the way down.
He was live in person.
All the way.
Just to come on this show.
An hour and a half, man. If that isn't love.
I heard Pennsylvania.
Yes. Well, I did come from Pennsylvania down to train, but
not for here.
Yeah.
So you're up at Tactical Response doing some teaching, right?
Doing some training. Well, I took the instructor class a couple weeks ago. And this week, they're doing Way of the Rifle. I've taken that a couple times. So I'm back behind the line, working some of the guys on the drills and stuff.
How you like being on that side of the line?
To be honest with you, I love it. I mean, it's a huge, huge thrill for me training there for a couple of years. And, you know, I love the training there and now getting to actually instruct other students, especially with, like, instructing them on skills that could help save their lives
and
is
others,
pretty incredible.
I mean, I never thought of it. I mean, I know what we're doing when we go to those trainings, but I never thought of it from that perspective of the trainer. You're the one teaching them this. That's a pretty big responsibility.
You got to know your stuff. Yeah, and you've learned it from some good guys.
Yeah, for sure. And you know, they all have such different personalities. And so I've taken the Way of the Rifle, for example, the class they're doing this week. I've taken it with all the different guys over the last couple of years, and they all have a different take on stuff, and they have different ways of saying things or explaining things or helping you, and you know, you can take stuff away from everybody. So a lot of times when I go home and I'm training by myself, I can hear somebody's voice, you know, in my head telling me, to do it this way or that way.
Each person has a little different way of getting a different point across to you.
That's right.
Yeah.
And
that was a point we made on a earlier show, where it's good to get training from different people, because a lot of times, the training that you take maybe from one guy, you're not actually getting it, and if you take it, through somebody else, then it'll maybe it'll sink in. They teach it a different way that maybe relates to you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You got to do a lot more stuff with guns, cool, than we did. So since you're out there and you're doing the way of the rifle, right?
Yeah, well, the two classes that I'm actually taking while I'm down here this month are fast and accurate pistol and fast and accurate rifle.
Right.
And they call those their most skill-based classes, but the reality is that they still really reinforce the mindset. It's not just draw faster, shoot more accurately. Each one of those, the times that they're talking about those kinds of things, that they're also talking about, well, why? Why do we want to draw faster? Why do we want to shoot faster? Why do we want to shoot more accurately? Not just to get a better time, not just to pass a qualification, but so that you can save a life.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Have you taken a class with Ken yet? Blackneck?
Yeah, actually, I have. Yeah,
I was going to ask, is he there this week? Because he's like there every other week.
He's not there this week, but I took actually the last time I took Way of the Rifle, I took it with him. I took the instructor class with him.
He's a great guy.
We all took fighting pistol together. That was his first class and ours first class.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So,
Okay.
And we bumped into him like 10 times since that class.
Yeah.
He's like all over the place.
He's an awesome guy.
Yeah, he is.
All right, so now it's time for the Jack Wagon of the Week.
Hoorah, Semper Fi, do or die, hold 'em high at 8th and I. It is time for the talking lead Jack Wagon of the Week, so brace yourself, baby.
All right, so this is another kind of a bombshell, I guess.
Kind of like
Eddie Vedder. Yeah, I mean, this is like
That
one of my
destroyed me.
favorite actors. Liam Neeson has come out, and as far as we can tell, this is accurate and true statement as anti-gun.
Yep. He said, I am totally for gun control in the U.S., he said in an interview with The Independent. The population of America is roughly 300 million, and there are 300 million guns in this country, which he's wrong.
300
on
million
that.
guns. So
which is terrifying. He says that's terrifying. He criticized the National Rifle Association's response to the 2012 shooting in Newtown, Connecticut, which the actor summarized as, if that teacher... Wait a minute. This makes no sense.
Where are you going?
Which the actor summarized as, if that teacher had been armed.
Let me read it. So every day we're seeing some kid running rampant in a school, and do you know what the gun lobby's response to Newtown was? The National Rifle Association's official response was, if that teacher had been armed, ...
That was
it's
a much
crazy.
better writing version of that than what I've got here.
I'll give Britain its dues when they had the Dunblane massacre in Scotland. Within 24 hours, the gun laws were changed so you could not have a gun.
Did it really happen in 24 hours? I got a feeling they got to.
Yeah, but again, I guarantee if you look at their violent crime, I guarantee it's gone up.
Yeah.
Just like everywhere else that bans firearms.
Oh wow,
does.
He officially became a U.S. citizen 5 years ago. And he says of the Constitution, it is the right to bear arms, which is the problem. I think if the Founding Fathers knew what was happening, they would be turning in their graves with embarrassment and how that law has been interpreted.
Yeah, well, that's what that douchebag gets for thinking.
Hey, we need to put him on the same boat that freaking Piers is on. Send him back over. But they won't take him because we've had Brits on our show that says, yeah, we don't want him. Keep him.
Yeah, I'm afraid Liam's going to get Sammy. Is he what? He's Irish, isn't he?
That's what it said, yeah.
The Irish.
Legendary Irish actor.
Man.
He was quite
legendary. Don't you have to be dead?
I think so.
Okay.
No, you can be a legend in your own time.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, look at James Yeager. Come on.
Do I need to wipe the brown off your nose now?
I think I was being sarcastic.
Okay, all right, gotcha.
Just sarcasm. You just hadn't kissed enough butt today yet.
Yeah. That's not you someone knows. That's my protein bar. It's chocolate.
Sure. So Liam Neeson, welcome to the Jack Wagon train.
Yeah, how disappointing.
FX, we're gonna call you FX.
Qui-Gon Jinn,
because
too.
it's so much easier to say, right?
You can call me whatever you want. FX is good.
That could be dangerous. I'm glad you clarified.
FX Humail.
So we ask a few questions to all our guests, especially when they're first time on the show.
All right, make sure they're softballs. Though.
They are. They're
okay,
real
good.
easy
Thank
softballs.
God, I'm barely warmed up yet.
How did you originally get into firearms?
Well, let's see. Actually, it really wasn't that long ago.
Okay.
I didn't grow up with it, and my brother married into a family of guns. Basically, his father-in-law is an FFL in West Virginia.
Okay.
And so he got into guns that way, and then one day he came over to my house, and he's like, dude, I got my concealed carry permit, and I'm like, do you have a gun, like, on you? You know what I mean? Like, I didn't know what it meant.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't grow up against guns, but we weren't for guns either, so I just didn't understand it, and I didn't, and then so curiosity, and once, of course, like most people, once you buy that first gun and you start,
It's all
you go
over,
to the
yeah.
range that first time, it's like, oh man, get the checkbook out. Wait, nobody does that anymore. Get the debit card. Get the debit card out.
He's like, wait, nobody does that anymore.
I was working at a gun store for a couple months, and like I would just tell people like, no, you can't pay by check. Mostly because I never learned how to do it, how to like accept the checks. So I would just say, no, we don't take checks because I don't know how to do it.
So, have you had any law enforcement or military background?
Nope. Zip. No.
No experience?
None.
When it comes to pop
You mean like being arrested or like
Well, that could
arresting
count too.
other people? Okay.
Have you been in the back of a squad car?
Are you asking me if I've ever broken any laws?
Have you been accused of breaking laws?
Have I been accused of breaking any laws?
Have you been detained?
Have I been detained?
Yes.
No.
Okay. Well, still.
Have you been to jail? Never been to jail?
I've never been to jail. I heard it's really nice. But I've
Depends on
never
which
been
one you
there.
go to.
Yeah.
We saw one of our T-shirts in a jail here recently.
Yeah, we did.
On
That
our,
was-
on our post.
Nobody was wearing it, but they had it in the cell.
And speaking of, next week
We're doing the judging.
we're doing the judging
So
to
anybody-
pick the winner of the contest. We'll talk about that here in just a little bit.
Yep. And when it comes to pop culture, and this can be movies, TV, video games, books, music, you can't choose yourself. If it involves guns, what's your go-to? What's your favorite?
What's my favorite?
It can be any of those. Something pop culture that involves guns.
Well, let's see here. It'd probably be a TV show.
Okay.
Even though I don't have TV, but I watch seasons on DVD. I like the gun stuff from.
You grew up watching TV, though, right?
Yeah, I like the gun stuff from Breaking Bad most recently.
Nice.
I feel like it's pretty cool. I guess it's funny that you should ask that because up until I got into guns, which was about 2009, I violence and gun violence in movies and pop culture really didn't bother me at all. You know what I mean? And
You weren't aware of it?
yeah, and
so
then
to speak.
once you start training and once you start sensing the gravity of what you're doing, it actually you can't just kind of blow off gun violence and all that kind of stuff anymore because you know what it means. You know what it really is.
And the mechanics in the movies when they start, getting
Well, that's just
gunfights,
annoying.
you start watching
Yeah.
that, and then you're just like, you start picking it apart. It kind of
Right.
ruins the movie sometimes for you.
Right, but I never was into rap music, so if I guess guns probably are most prevalent in music and rap music, in terms of that kind of thing. But nothing against rap, but yeah, I guess I would say shows like Breaking Bad. I hate The Walking Dead. I think that show sucks.
All
Actually,
right, see you. There's the door.
I mean, but no, dude. So I know it's trendy.
It's just good.
I also don't eat gluten free. But so I guess I'm not that
Nor do
trendy.
I.
I don't like Walking Dead, and I don't eat gluten free.
Have you watched The Walking Dead?
I have
have you
watched-
given it an opportunity
I have watched
past
The Walking
one
Dead,
episode?
and the gun stuff sucks in it.
The gun stuff is horrible. We
But it's
we
funny.
tear it apart every time.
That's what
the
we love
seasons are-
about it. Is it's so funny because we like watching it just to tear it apart.
Like when the guy's in the tower with the AR and he has the aim
The
point
aim
on
point turned around
backwards.
backwards.
Aim point on backwards. I mean, half
Or
of
they're
the
using baseball bats as suppressors,
Yeah.
silencers.
yeah, and half the time those guys are like making headshots with no sights on top of the
Yeah.
gun.
Yep.
Chicken winging.
We tear that stuff
But
apart.
it's fiction. It's not real. There's no such thing as zombies. That's you gotta
Whoa,
take
whoa,
it
whoa, whoa! Say
for
that
what
again.
it is.
Say that again, please. You've never said that. I want you to say it again.
Although I
Wait,
like
this is a talking
zombies,
lead first.
and the whole zombie genre. Yeah, I do not believe, just like I don't believe there are aliens. I don't believe there are zombies. I don't believe there can be zombies.
Where's my hallelujah chorus?
I've never said zombies were real.
No, but you're so into the whole zombie thing that, it comes across sometimes that you might.
It doesn't change the fact that this show is boring.
To you.
Now I'm just messing with you because I know you like it so much. So, now.
And I'm really looking forward. I think the... yeah, there you go. Thanks. Do you see my pen?
Your pen has zombies on it.
It does.
Yeah.
There you go.
Way to be original. I don't know anybody else who's into zombies.
No.
Yeah.
A lot of his guns are green stuff all over.
Well, I have a green SIG.
Yep.
My appendix carry
Oh, you have a zombie concealed carry holster that nobody will ever see.
That's right.
Well, and my
but
thing
you just saw it, didn't you?
Let me ask you this: is your holster undead? And if so, what does that mean exactly?
We had
Actually,
an
you know
argument.
Not of the living.
It would be better to have like a leather undead zombie holster because at least the leather was once alive.
That's true.
Yeah, but that's Kydex.
But see, at least I know the Kydex can't come back to bite me or anything, so
Bite you right
it wasn't
in the
ever
ass,
once
literally.
alive. So
Actually, you carry a Appendix, so it'd bite you in the junk.
about my junk, I like my junk bit occasionally. So
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's... Okay, so next question.
but you were wrong. Walking Dead's great.
Okay.
Next question.
Agree to disagree. Agree to disagree. When in Rome.
What is the next question? The next question is:
Embarrassing.
have you ever owned, or do you currently own, a firearm or maybe a piece of kit that a little bit of you is maybe ashamed to say that you possess?
Or have possessed.
Well, let's see.
You got any
here.
zombie stuff?
Well, I do have that green zombie SIG.
Yeah.
Yeah, Durr-coated green. But I'm not embarrassed about that.
Okay. All right.
I'm not. Stop looking at me like that. I'm not.
Maybe we could work out a trade.
I bought a Taurus back in the day. And
Ford Taurus?
Pretty embarrassing.
Yeah.
Actually, I think I did have a Ford Taurus.
Oh, nice.
But no, I mean it didn't work at all.
Yeah.
So I tried to save a few bucks at the beginning, just like everybody
Was it a
else
revolver
does.
or was it the?
No, it was a PT
Oh.
Millennium Pro.
You bought that.
Yeah.
I was going to say, wait a minute. My Taurus revolver wasn't bad, but yeah.
As far as like embarrassed, no, no, nothing I was ever embarrassed to own. Like I never bought like, oh man, I hope I'm not. I never bought like a Calico or like isn't the Calico the one they used in Spaceballs? I'm pretty sure that they used. I think it's a Calico that they're back now too. I don't know if you guys know that.
I
But
just wish
they're
they'd come out with the Schwartz. I want the Schwartz. That's awesome.
Oh, okay. Well, no, I can't say that I ever bought anything that I was, probably like holster wise. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like in the early days before you know anything.
Where you collect this huge box of holsters and only one of them you ever use.
Right. Right. Exactly. Embarrassed. Yeah. No.
Okay.
Is there a gun you have had before and you wish you had back? Like maybe traded it or sold it?
No, pretty much everything I've ever sold didn't work.
It didn't work.
So,
Did you disclose that before you sold it?
Except
No, it was an amazing
you can't edit this out.
Taurus is great.
You can't edit this out later, but I did finally sell that Glock Gen 4.
Really?
Yeah, to some schmuck. But no, I'm just kidding. Actually, to a friend of mine. But it broke several times in class, and I ended up spending my own money to send it back to Glock, and Glock finally sent it back to me, and it actually worked.
Nice.
So the slide lock and spring kept breaking. In fact, it broke in 2 tactical response classes in a row.
Which Glock?
Glock Gen 4 G19.
Now, is this the
Really?
one you did a video of? Is this the one you threw? Do I remember you throwing one in a lake or something?
No, that was a SIG.
Okay, all right, gotcha.
What happened to the SIG?
Well, the barrel bulged and
Barrel bulge.
it locked the action open, and they ended up having to. At the Pennsylvania gunsmithing school, they ended up having to saw the barrel off, and they had to put a whole new barrel in and clean up a bunch of the internals and all that kind of thing. And
Yeah, that's a major malfunction.
yeah, well, they said I was actually lucky because I guess the barrel they put in a 226 is a beefier barrel than like what's in a Glock 19. So they said if I'd done the same thing to a Glock 19, the gun could have actually it could have been worse.
Most people
So-
like having beefier barrels.
And they also
barrels
said,
are
the
where it's
tolerances on the SIGs are tight.
Yes.
So
it's better to have a beefier barrel to get in the tight tolerance.
Let's rewind
I've read
before
that.
we get to
I've read that.
our last questions. What did you say? What your first gun was? Did we?
No.
What was your first gun?
My first gun was a Ruger P95 pistol. I still have that gun. And I'll tell you what, man, that thing is chunky and ugly and has worked perfectly.
You're like the third person that has said that was their first pistol.
Yeah,
Why do you have? Why? I mean, come on, man. Why do you
still have them?
Yeah.
Do we got to take the spotlight off of me though?
Oh, my bad.
It's
You know,
me.
that's
Yeah.
right. I forgot.
How about I'm the
Diva
first
musician,
person? I think
diva
I should be the first person to have ever said that.
I need to write Diva Music.
You're just
Yes.
reinforcing the fact that that's
Yes.
a good pistol.
Yeah, Ruger P95 pistol. You know, I didn't have much money, and it was my first gun. I walked in, and bought it used for like $215 or something like that, and bought a Boxer 2 9mm, and the thing has always run perfectly, absolutely perfectly.
Yeah.
So
Have you run it any of Jaeger's classes?
no, not yet. No.
You should.
and
that-
film it.
Well, because
Yes.
it's a similar action to the SIGs. It's like a decocker, no safety, but it has like a decock, and SIG and Ruger guys love decock.
Yeah.
So
Yep. I tried to.
Would
hold
you
that
like
one
to
back.
touch my or no?
Wow!
The video.
You just took it a whole other direction.
decock.
No, would you like to
Decock.
hold my the video that you did at what was the guy?
Special operations
Yes.
equipment?
Yeah, SOE.
Yeah.
I love that guy.
John Willis?
I love reading and hearing his responses to customers.
Yeah.
They're the greatest things in the
So
whole
he was
world.
going through and telling the story of their that they have for sale.
Mhm.
And you've got a video on that, so that was hilarious.
Oh,
That's what I
you're
was
talking about the
referring
little
to.
combat cock.
Yes.
Now I don't have to
Oh,
bleep it.
well, I did a-
because we can confirm that we're not talking about
No,
something
we're
else.
talking
It's a
about a
little
It's a
beanbag.
chicken.
pin cushion.
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
they
it's like a
made look
beanbag.
like a.
It's just-
combat
it's
cock.
it's a cock, just like, I mean, some people call them chickens, some
Right.
people call them cocks,
Yep.
Yeah.
but everybody loves them.
Yep.
The
So when
story
the
of how he got
beefy-
his employee to go around, his new employee to go around. He was a little shy.
Oh, yeah.
New guy to meet people. He's like went up to girls in bars and said, "Would you like to hold my cock?"
Right. Did you
Nice.
guys see the cock cam video that I did?
No.
Oh, well, when Jim Fuller and Rifle Dynamics were at Tactical Response a couple weeks ago, I was doing that class, building an AK, and I just you can find it on my channel. I just held the SOE cock out in front of the camera, lens, and just like went up and like surprised people with it, and they'd be like, and they'd turn around and they see this cock in their face, and we just got very candid reactions from people, including Jim and
awesome.
Jaeger and all those guys. So you can check that out. I don't want to give it all away, but let's just say not everybody liked having a cock in their face.
So what's your next gotta have your bucket list gun? What's next on your bucket list?
Well, I'm not sure. You know, the next gun that I'm getting.
No price, no laws. Just if you could have anything right now, what's on your list?
I'm not entirely sure, man. I mean, I think that I'd like to have. I built that Rifle Dynamics AK, but we've got this Sega AK-74, and I think I'd like to have Rifle Dynamics pimp that. You know what I mean? I'd like to have them do like their full, like just do over the whole gun, basically make it like a Rifle Dynamics
Right.
Sega AK-74. Because right now, like, the gun's good, but it has some.
So what all do
feeding
they do
issues.
when you send them the rifle? What all do they do to it?
They do everything to it, man. I mean, they'll make the action run smoother than anything. They'll sight it in for you. They'll put whatever furniture on it you want, and I mean, yeah, they'll just make it theirs, basically. You know what I mean? Make it top of the line.
So you build it and then send it to them, and then they make it better.
Well, actually, I'm not going to send the one that I built to them. I'm going to send this Sega, I think, because my wife has the AK-74 because of the 5.45. So I think
Right.
I think that. But you know what? I mean, the thing about Tactical Response is that, well, I used to be a lot more into gear before I went to Tactical Response. So I find myself not really.
Me too.
I'm not thinking about it all the time. I mean, there's some guns that kind of intrigue me, but at the end of the day, I'd rather have experiences. You know what I mean? Than shell out money for just for new products that, like, because we all know, like, the best time, the best moment that as far as gear goes, is like say you order a knife or you order a gun that's being sent to your FFL. It's like when you're waiting for it and when you're tracking it, that UPS number or that FedEx number online, and you're like, oh, it's almost there, and it's like that's the best time, and then it shows up and you're like, and then like a day later and like 2 days later and 3 days later, you're like, yeah, I got this new gun, but like it's the anticipation that's awesome. But the SIG P320, Sig Sauer contacted me a week or two ago and offered me the SIG P320 to try out, and they know I'm a Glock 19 guy, and Pig 320 Pig. I hope Sig, you're not listening to this, are you? Sig Sauer P320 Carry is what they're sending me, which is the 15-round striker fire, their first striker fire gun. And they're going to send that to me to bang around for a couple weeks, and then I'm going up to the Sig Sauer Academy for a couple days to train with them. So I'm pretty excited to see what that gun's going to do. I'm sure it's going to shoot, and I'm sure it's going to work because it's a SIG.
Yeah.
And, will I like it as much as the Glock 19?
Time will tell.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, but...
You're getting ready to find out, aren't you?
Yeah, exactly. So I'm excited about. Now,
are they gonna let you take your Glock up there with you and do a little side by side comparison?
That's kind of one of those one in Rome moments, right?
Yeah. Well, if they want to give it a true test.
Yeah, well, I think while I'm there, I'll probably shoot their gun.
Now, if they really want to test it, they need to let me try it out.
Why?
Put it in my hands.
Why?
Because I will break it.
Do you have like acid?
I have this aura, this mojo about me that when somebody's got something new out and I test it, it breaks.
Well, it's not just. I mean, whenever something new comes out, like don't buy it. I mean, wait for the first 2 or 3 recalls and then buy it once they have their stuff sorted out. I don't know.
So you're talking about newer guns. You said you'd built a rifle, an AK.
Yeah.
How'd that make you feel?
Well, I'm not very mechanically minded. I'm a musician, so
sure you're mechanically minded. I mean, you're a musician, you're playing all those instruments and everything. You got to be
playing them.
Yeah,
but I don't build pianos. I don't build trumpets. You know what I mean? I don't build microphones. You
got to learn how to play them.
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah.
I can learn.
I can't learn how to play anything.
We should mess with him. What's up, man?
Hey, what's going on?
You just called in live to the show.
Awesome.
We're live, like we're recording live right now.
You're on the air.
Hey, cool. Hey, I just wanted to call and let you know that I really love you guys, and keep up the good work. And
yeah, all that good stuff.
It's not really live, but
No.
I'll keep that in.
Chris Davis
cool.
from Glock, ladies
Yes.
and gentlemen.
Yes, Chris Davis from Glock is on the.
We just got endorsed.
Hello, this is Chris Davis from Golf, calling to let you know that I love talking lead.
Yes. Nice. I'm leaving it in.
How's
now.
that?
I'm leaving it in.
Cool.
Well, that was a cool interruption from Mr. Chris Davis
Nice endorsement there, wasn't it?
down at Glock. Yeah, I was proud of that.
Hells yeah. Thanks, Chris.
Thank you, buddy. But to kind of segue from Chris from Glock calling and then talk about FX Hummel's channel, we're going to play you one of his songs.
Give you a little sample of what he does.
All guns should be Glocks. All Glocks should be 9mm and model 19. I think what Jaeger meant in that sentiment, warriors should shun attachment to their guns. Guns are meant to implement justice and self-defense. Polishing is fun, but learn to run your gun. Learn to run your gun. All guns should be Glocks. All Glocks should be suffice. Focus on the fight and your front sights. Don't bark, but be ready to bite when the time is right. When the time is right. All guns should be Glocks. All Glocks should be 9mm and Model 19. All guns should be Glocks. All Glocks should be 9mm and Model 19. I'm paraphrasing in the song that I sing. Jaeger thinks highly of M&Ps. It's just that he's got hundreds of Glock magazines and other Glock-related accessories. I think the point Jaeger's making is our focus should be on using reliable and trouble-free tools to keep ourselves safe, forsaking beauty in the pursuit of reliability. Now Glock haters are pissed. The point they've totally missed. Guns are tools, not trophies. Choose one malfunction free. Not necessarily a Glock 19, but probably a Glock 19. A generation 4 or 3. All guns should be Glocks. All Glocks should be 9mm and Model 19. All guns should be Glocks. All Glocks should be 9mm and Model 19.
All right.
Nice.
All right.
Oh, whoa, there's more.
Oh, is there more?
Is there any more words?
Oh no, it's just
the fade out?
the musical outro.
Nice.
So, all right, get this. I'm seeing in New York, bright lights on Broadway.
All guns should
All
be Glocks the
guns
musical.
should be
The
Glocks
musical.
the musical.
And then it's subtext.
Hummel.
Subtext. Glock. Perfection. In fact, so perfect that we had to come out with a Gen 4.
or maybe the movie.
Aren't you going to Glock tomorrow?
Yes.
Does that mean you're going to edit that out?
No.
Don't. Okay,
I'm
good.
leaving that in
Yeah,
there.
right. Good.
Yeah.
Good. All right.
Or maybe the movie like the Rocky Horror Picture Show. You could do. Yeah.
Where everybody gets tacked out in gear.
You know
at
I'm
the
30.
theater.
I'm 32, right? Not 52. The Rocky Horror Picture
Well,
Show.
I'm 52, so screw you.
I heard Jaeger told me the Rocky Horror Picture Show was banned from the team room.
I
forget exactly.
support that
I forget
statement.
exactly what the story was, but somebody brought it, and they were watching it, and I'm pretty sure he went down there, ejected it, and broke it, and
Broke it.
threw it
You want
outside
to hear
or
a funny
something.
story about the team room? First time he ever saw Super Troopers.
I don't watch TV.
All of us were referencing it.
Well, I'm
the
glad we
entire
fixed
show.
that.
Yes. And
I've watched it 3 times since then.
We were cracking jokes, and he'd go, "What?"
I don't get it.
We're like,
You're over my head here,
serious?
guys. I'm missing out. So just to fit into the
Anthony
team room,
McKinnon.
you've got to watch
Super
Troopers.
Yep.
Yeah.
That and Black Dynamite.
So, who's your big influence when it comes to music?
Ben Folds.
I was going to say
That's
you've
what-
got
we're
a
hearing
distinct
words.
sound.
We're here in Nashville, and like every once in a while, sometimes I get the comparison to Weird Al, which is also a. I'm not
getting
that's
Weird
a
Al.
true compliment.
I got
though.
some
that
of
dude, that dude can.
He's a genius.
He's to any musical style. I mean, he's obviously a genius, right?
Yeah.
Ben Folds, I've seen him play live a bunch of times. He made it so you could be a piano player and still be a rock star, still be
Yep.
cool.
Yep.
I thought Billy
and-
Joel did that.
Who?
Oh, okay, I forgot. You're not
Remember,
52.
But here's the thing: it's the generation thing. I love Billy Joel, I love Elton John, but Ben Folds talks about stuff from my generation.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not the the lovey-dovey, just the way you are kind of stuff, which is a good song and that kind of thing. But I mean,
Play me a song, you're the piano man.
The first Ben Folds album,
Mm-hmm.
when I got that, it said album.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I like
P3
Ben
downloads.
Folds.
it's record, whatever.
Well,
Ben
album,
Folds 5,
I wore that thing out. Like, I put it in my CD player, and in my car, every time I got in, it was playing.
Dude, he's
See,
I mean,
I'm
but
glad
he's a punk rocker.
But it's
Yeah,
because of
he
people like Billy Joel and Elton John that, I guarantee if you
absolutely.
ask Ben Folds, they had influence on him.
And see,
Absolutely.
I'm glad you said that because I thought I had pissed you off, like our first interaction on Facebook.
Did you tell him that? Did you
Well,
tell him
no,
Ben
because I
Folds?
said,
What was
yeah.
the first
He's
thing I said
talking about the
today?
beginning of our relationship.
Yes, it was.
Just so you guys know.
This is when it all
Yeah.
started.
The first thing I said today to him,
Yeah.
I was like, he sounds like Ben Folds.
Yeah. Well, I had sent it. We were messaging back and forth on Facebook, and I was saying, "Hey, you need to come on the show when you're in Tennessee. Just let us know." And then I told him about how I found out about him, and James had told me, "Check out this guy, FX Hum." I was like, "Okay, cool." And the last message I sent to him was like, "Dude, Ben Folds is one of my favorite guys, and you sounded just like him." And then he never answered. I was like, "Crap."
But you
He
said
must
I
not
never
like that.
answered you.
Yeah.
After you said
After that, I was like, "Yeah, I think I just."
Oh
pissed him off.
no. I mean, I'm not like a big star.
Yeah.
But the reality is, if you FX Hum wasn't my real name, but it's
Right.
I'm on Facebook as that and all that kind of thing. So FX, so the thing is, like, I get a lot of messages, man.
Yeah,
And
that's
sometimes if somebody isn't asking me, like, any question that I get asked, I try to
Right.
respond to. But if it's not like a specific question, sometimes I will just forget.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
that
like,
happens.
Yeah. But anyways,
I was like, "Oh crap."
I mean, I've seen Ben play the last couple of years. In fact, we saw him play as recently as
You know he lives.
we
there,
had we
right?
had we had, yes.
like 15 minutes from here.
Who?
You want to run?
Can we go
raid
over
his
there?
house? Yeah.
Ben Folds?
Yeah.
He
lives in Nashville?
played
Yeah.
he played with the Pittsburgh Symphony,
Yeah.
and he did his show with them. And my wife got us front row tickets.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, so we could be like 25 feet from his hands. So I mean, it was pretty cool. So as a piano player, getting
Yeah.
to see that up close was really neat.
I think it's cool that he's still doing it too, regardless of how
He's still writing
socially
music.
popular. Because like I saw him twice when I was in college, and you're talking 13, 14, 15 years ago, and he's still going strong.
He's brilliant, man.
But yeah, the Weird Al, I never thought it until you just said that.
Well, it's because of the parody.
parody,
The
yeah.
All Guns Should Be Glocks is an original, but I mean, I've done a lot of parodies
Yeah,
too. So
yeah.
a lot of people just like the parodies because they can identify with the tune.
Yeah, that's
So,
true.
but-
Well, and I also saw another one of my favorite bands on there, Nine Inch Nails.
Oh, actually, we saw Nine Inch Nails in Speaking of Camden, in Camden, New Jersey. I went. And
I was going to say, wait a minute, they did not play Camden.
my buddy and I went and we
What the
saw
hell is
Nine Inch
going on in
Nails in
Camden?
the fourth row pit
Wow.
in Camden, New Jersey.
Recently?
We paid a lot of money in
Did you
Camden, New
do this
Jersey,
tour?
a month ago.
Yes.
Dude.
This year's tour.
Unbelievable!
Okay.
Like the best, maybe the best musical experience
Yes.
of my life.
So I've admitted on the show that I partook in a few inhalables when I was in college.
What does that have to do with anything?
Well, I'm getting there.
Talk about the music, man.
I don't know where you're going with this.
Halfway through the Nine Inch Nails concert, I felt that same feeling, and I wasn't even drinking. Mm-hmm. And it's just like this intense. You almost feel high. Mm-hmm. Why? Because the light show and the way and these things come in front of them, and then the lights happen in front of them and behind them, and then they look like they're in the middle of this cage, but they're not. And then
Reznor is a perfectionist, and every
Yeah.
aspect of his show
Trent.
is artistic, and it adds to the music. It's not just a distraction. It's not like going to. I'm not trying to take away from anybody, but it's not like going to like an arena rock show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, again, I mean, great bands, but like you have the
Right.
Kiss and other things like that, and the pyrotechnics. But does it really serve the music?
No, not
But-
like this show
no.
does.
Yeah.
Nah, this was. I saw them with my freshman year in college. They came to MTSU, and he cut his hand on a chain that was hanging, and he only sang 3 songs. So I kind of got ticked because I loved him at the time, but this was the first time I got to see him
So
since then.
he cut his hand.
Yeah,
Did he close with Hurt?
that would have been awesome. Actually, Hurt wasn't out yet. This was like the old.
It was
Is
before
that the
Downward
one-
Spiral.
Yes, this is before. Downward
Oh
Spiral.
man,
Is that the hurt that
dude.
Johnny Cash redid?
Yes.
Don't even talk
Yes.
about that.
Oh, that's
I don't
awesome.
even know why we have to talk about that.
Johnny Cash?
Right?
You don't like Johnny Cash?
I like Johnny Cash, but his version takes away all the musical nuance. If that's your thing,
The musical nuance.
yes.
Whatever. Johnny Cash rocked it.
He turns it into he turns a really original song with original music and progression and chordal structure and like makes it into a country song.
I'll just put it this way: I like both versions
Yes.
equally in their own ways.
Well, that's
I can appreciate music
way to take a side.
different ways.
Downward Spiral was probably one of my 5 favorite albums ever.
I mean, when you really think about it, and you think about the kind of music that shaped you and had an effect on you as a person. I mean, that came out in 93,
Do
right?
you like an animal?
Yes.
Are they the ones that sing
Closer?
Way to take it out of context.
Closer.
Isn't that what it is?
You make it sound like it's about bestiality.
No, you like an animal.
No.
Say an animal.
No. The name of the song's Closer.
Right,
Yeah.
and actually, if you take that song out of context, like of the album, it sounds cheap.
Yeah.
But when you put it in context of the album, the guy's trying to find his solution in everything,
Yeah.
and then realizes he can't. So
I'm glad somebody explained that to me.
It's one of those albums where if you
Thought
listen
they just
to it
wanted to
from
have mad, passionate sex with somebody.
if you listen to it from the beginning to the end, it's a story. It's like reading a book with music.
Is it like Pink
It's awesome.
Floyd?
Yeah, similar.
Yes, it
Very
is.
similar.
It is.
And the concert this year's tour is
I like Nine Inch Nails. That's what I'm getting at. I like their songs, their music. So
the way I
You
actually
mean his?
their
Because if you like Nine Inch Nails, you would know that it was him.
okay.
Singular.
Trey
That's-
Reznor.
Does he play all the instruments?
I think 2 out of 3 of us are Nine Inch Nails fans, like freaks.
I don't think I said I was a fan. I said I enjoyed their music.
for all the listeners out there, Trent Reznor is pro-gun, and I'm trying my damnedest to get him on the show.
Oh my god, dude,
But
that
it
would be
probably
amazing.
will never happen, but I'm trying. I've tried 3 different outlets trying to get him on.
He's pro-gun.
Yep.
Well, and you know what? Here's the thing. If he was anti-gun,
Uh-huh.
maybe I'll probably lose fans for saying this, but if he was anti-gun, I would still love Nine Inch Nails. You want to know why? It's because
Eddie Vedder.
I feel like mature people can actually separate the art from the artist. Like, for example, like I think people are like Tom Cruise, right? I mean, that guy's like he's
Weird.
way out there. But in my opinion, he's a good actor and he makes good movies. And I enjoy the movies.
I actually enjoyed that new one, the Groundhog,
Edge.
the sci-fi Groundhog Day is what I kept calling
I
it.
haven't
Tomorrow's
seen that.
Edge or Edge of
But
Tomorrow?
M83
Edge
did
of
the
Tomorrow.
M83 did the soundtrack, and I like
Oh,
them.
really?
I like them.
Who?
So M83. But yeah, people are
Is
like,
that
oh,
a
you
guy
like-
or is that a band?
It's actually
DJs.
Before I go out on a limb here and say I enjoy their music.
he doesn't want FX Hummel to take his head off again.
But yeah,
Because there's no way he plays all the instruments at a concert. There's got to be other people that are backing him up.
Oh yeah,
Which is a band.
in the live concert, right? He takes a
Okay.
band with him, but he played like on the Downward Spiral. He played all the instruments,
yeah,
He did them
Yeah.
all of them, the entire
programmed them all, and all
Yep.
that. Yeah.
But it's kind of, we can kind of parlay that into, you're a musician, you're on
Parlay.
here. There's a lot of musicians out there now. Five Finger Death Punch. I'm a metalhead,
I like them.
and they're gun fanatics.
Oh, good.
Oh, like
See, I didn't even know that.
Zoltan Bathory. Mm-hmm. Check out his Instagram.
Well,
it's
another
like all
another
gun
one
training and all kinds
that
of
we've
stuff.
been trying to get on the show is the Blues Travelers.
Yep,
guy.
Blues Traveler. John Popper.
John Popper, yeah.
We're not trying. He said he'd come on, and we just, John, if you're listening, we're going to get you. But he's got the biggest collection in the United States from what we hear. One of the biggest collections.
Of guns,
Yep.
Firearms. Yeah.
Yep.
firearms,
Or women in a basement. I don't know.
guns,
Guns,
guns. We'll go
yes.
with guns.
Yeah, we'll go with that. I think the chance of us having him on just kind of fell down the crapper. But,
Why is that?
and then you got Joe Perry from Aerosmith. Big gun collector, gun guy.
Now, see, here's the thing, though.
Uh-huh.
I mean, do you guys?
Brad Pitt.
How much do
Angelina Jolie.
you feel like these musicians who are into guns?
Mm-hmm.
Do you then like their music, or did you like their music before and were happily surprised to find out that they were into
Some
guns?
of
The
them
latter.
were happily surprised because some of them I
Okay.
still
The
don't like
latter.
their music.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I'm glad you said
Yeah.
that because for some people they will like somebody because they are pro gun.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like they will like the person's art.
Right.
And I think that's strange.
No.
Yeah. Well, it might help them connect with it maybe a little bit better. It gives them something to maybe relate to the guy, maybe. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And if that's what gets them there, then hey, why not?
Yeah. Like I'm slowly becoming a country fan again. I've hated it for a while. I like the old stuff, Johnny Cash,
Yeah, I like-
Waylon Jennings,
yeah.
that stuff. But we're starting to find out, there's a few of these guys that are pro gun, and we might be able to get them on the show. We'll have them on the show, but I might not have to go. Oh, I love it. It's great.
See, I like anything that's good, man. Like
Yeah.
people will like Nine Inch Nails. Oh, so you like industrial? Nope.
I like everything.
I like Nine Inch Nails.
Yeah.
I like Five Finger Death Punch. Oh, so you like metal? Nope. There's lots of metal that I don't like.
Yeah.
I like those guys.
Yeah.
So it's like I like
Well, there's
I like
songs
artists.
from certain individuals that I like, but I may not like another song that they have. So,
Right. So exactly. So it's like to say that you like an entire like to say that you like the entire genre of country music, I think is weird. Like maybe like I like some country music artists.
Yeah.
But
That makes
I
sense.
like some country music. I like some country music, but I don't like the artist sometimes too. Mm-hmm.
I like
kinda goes-
Lamp.
Who?
I love Lamp.
I love Lamp. So how did you come up with the concept to do the channel?
Oh, it was on accident.
Was it?
Yeah, well, I had watched the YouTube videos for a long time, and that's what I did. We never had cable TV, so I watched gun guys on YouTube, especially because in 2009 I think is when I bought my first gun. And just YouTube's everything you want to know about guns. Anything
It's
you
all
want to know
there.
about anything is on there. So I started watching all those guys, and then
How to fix your Glock 19s on there.
there you go. And so I'm like, well, I kind of want to make some videos, but I don't. What can I add that like nobody else has done? Because I don't need to go on there and be like, how to clean a Glock. Okay, point it in a safe direction. I hate that. So, for me, I can do the music thing, and I can do, I can be funny or humorous. So I can, that's the spin I decided to take, and that's what I'm still known for. I do a lot of other videos now, training videos and all that kind of stuff, but the music thing is still what I'm known for. So
I was gonna go back, and I still will, but I got frozen on something on your channel.
40 suck.
Huh?
What the 40 song?
No, but I want to listen to that one. I hadn't listened to that one. But
Oh.
I was gonna see if like your first video was music or not.
You
But
should put
I got
up-
frozen on this SIG 226.
The
It looks-
zombie sig?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. No, you should play that. You should play
wanna see it. Where's
the
that?
40 song. It's only like a minute long.
Okay. All right. I
Yeah.
will. Let me plug this back in.
Yeah. This one's liable to tick off a lot of your fans. Oh, this guy over here is a 40 guy? Oh, wait till these lyrics are for you, my friend. Look at him. He's acting like nothing can hurt me.
Yeah.
Nothing can
Okay.
hurt me.
All right,
This
where
is not it.
Oh, wait.
Hey, stop that.
I'm gonna put it in the.
Listening to yourself sing in front of other people
Is it weird?
is like giving birth.
I know you
And
put
I
your
would
head
know.
down
I
when
would
the
know.
last song was playing.
I've done that before, right before I quit the band. I wish. Okay, YouTube. I know you're not listening, but if you're listening, or somebody that works for YouTube,
Google,
go back and put the freaking search within a channel option back on. They turned that off recently. I don't know why they did that.
Because they're douches.
It wasn't that long ago. It was probably maybe like 15 or 20 videos.
The 40 song.
Yeah.
I saw it when I was looking for all guns because it should be Glock.
I'm wearing a wig.
I'm way back in.
So what's up with your picture on your YouTube channel?
What about it?
What's up with that?
What? Can you be more specific
you
with your
haven't seen
question?
that video?
This one right
That's
here?
one of his most epic videos I've seen.
What are we talking about?
The one where you got like this sweater up over your this picture.
And the dog.
Oh well, I tried to look as cool as I could for the cover photo, dude.
Okay.
I mean, come on, you got to look cool.
But
I mean,
that's from the one you
that's-
did with AB Superman.
That's
right?
rule number 1. Look cool.
And I'm glad somebody finally told me it was AB Superman because I kept calling him Ab Superman.
Ab Superman.
I'm like, he must have a 6-pack or something.
Does the AB stand for something?
No.
Okay.
His first name's Aaron. I don't know. Maybe that's the A.
Loctite song.
B could be Butthead. Oh, it's right. It should be right around there. See,
Before or after?
I think it's
FN
I think it's
song.
before. It's before that.
Before FN song?
No, yeah, before FM, before
Before
FN.
NSA. I'm a 40 guy. Here we go.
Yeah, that's what it's called. Sorry, I don't know. I don't even know the names of my own songs.
Here we go. All right, let's listen to I'm a 40 guy.
I'm a 40 guy, a 40 caliber guy. I drink my medium Coke with a medium fry. I like the best of both worlds and I compromise. I'm not the best at anything, no matter how hard I try. I'm a 40 guy, a 40 caliber guy. I have to reload more often than guys who shoot 9. At least I have more rounds than if I shot 45. On a scale from 1 to 10, 40 cal's a 5. I'm a 40 guy, a 40 caliber guy. My preference sexually was was too much to decide. That's why I chose the middle ground. I'm happy and by. My boyfriend and my girlfriend think the 40's alright. I'm a 40 guy, a 40 caliber guy. I'll defend 40 cal until the day that I die. I've never shot a owned a 9 or 45. I'll never need to because I'm a 40 guy.
That was awesome.
Why the blonde wig? What does that represent?
So do you think 40 guys?
Blonde?
Well, I mean, just being in general douchebags, I think.
Blondes? So blondes are douchebags?
No, not blondes, but you know, just the general douchebaggery hair kind of thing.
I started with my first semi-auto. Well, no, my first semi-auto was a Lorson 380, but my first semi-auto in this whole iteration of my gun loving was a 40. I liked it at first until I started watching YouTube videos about it.
40 suck.
Well, it was so...
Why does 40 suck?
No, that's the name of his video.
Oh.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it was like so snappy,
But obviously you think
and not
that.
as many rounds, like you said, as a 9, and not as powerful as a 45.
It's a compromise. It's 40.
Yeah.
40 S&W, 40 short and weak. S&W. Or I'll say it one more time. 40 S&W, 40 short and weak. Yeah, I don't think he's getting it.
I don't think he is.
Okay. I think
You can't phase me.
This is called. I don't know. He's getting quiet over there.
A 40 will blow a hole in your head just as good as a 9 or a 45. So.
Well,
Yeah.
so that's exactly our point as well.
Okay. What's the point?
We can blow more holes quicker on target.
No.
You can
So
get
okay,
quicker.
so
No.
what's good about the 40?
What's not good about it?
Well, it's more expensive than 9. More expensive to
Not
shoot, and
really.
you can't carry as many.
Not really.
You can't carry as many bullets. Sure, it's more
You can
expensive
carry
than 9.
just as maybe one less. If you get you can get extensions and you can carry just as many. I mean, how many rounds do you need to carry?
as many as I can.
Okay, well, that's why they make extra magazines.
Don't you?
You know?
Don't you want to be able to have as many bullets in the gun as you can?
Yeah, I can have just as many in this as I can a 9.
Okay,
So how many rounds
Hey,
does a 19 hold?
you're making it
a Glock
work.
19.
17
A
plus
Glock 19 is 15 plus
15
1.
plus 1.
So's the 23.
Well, then, my friend, I you know what? I pull down that, delete that video, that 40 song video, because I don't know what I was talking about. It's not snappy, it's not more expensive, and apparently you can hold as many rounds. So I am wrong on all counts. I retract my 40 song.
I don't know.
Leave it on there. It's awesome and hilarious. No, I think it's perfect because I love hearing the debate. That was good. It's good stuff.
Well, I don't see
Good content.
You're telling me 40 is not more expensive than 9?
it can be, but I've bought it just as cheap as 9 before.
Well, of course you can find 9mm that's as expensive as 40, but in general, would we all agree that 40 is more expensive than 9 and 45 is more expensive than 40?
Hornady critical duty.
But it's not
Let's just
that
pick
big of
one
a
out.
difference.
Okay.
But there's times that you can find
But-
40 if you buy it in bulk too. I mean,
But
just
what
as
if you're
cheap as 9.
shooting thousands of rounds in training?
You can
'Cause then you're
if
talking
you're
about-
buying bulk, and when you buy bulk, you get things generally cheaper. So
Okay.
you can get 40 just as cheap as you can 9.
Okay.
This is awesome because I know y'all could probably
And if you
go
get sponsors,
on for an hour.
if you get
and I don't have to
sponsors and
edit.
people
I'm
that
not
give you
sponsored.
ammo, then it doesn't matter. So
Ooh, I need to
We
get
have
on
a
that.
sponsor giving us ammo, and I don't
Yeah,
know
I
about it.
know.
somebody gave us some ammo.
What?
You gave it to me.
Oh yeah, yeah. We'll say that's a sponsor. So, if people want to find out about you, your social media, YouTube, where do they go?
It's FX.
I love the
Hummel.
video. I want to go back and say I love the video though. I thought that was hilarious. I liked it.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
40 sucks. So if you actually want to find out more about FX Hummel, you can find me on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. It's FX Hummel on all of them.
Didn't it?
Soon to be Broadway.
Didn't at one time it was FX Hummel 1 or something like that?
It was FX Humble 1 before you had
Change
it
the
linked to
name.
your account. You
Right.
know how you Google linked everything to accounts,
Yeah,
just
gotcha.
all that kind of stuff. Oh, I guess I'm on Google Plus too, but nobody gives a crap about that. So
What happened to the
We're
Mohawk?
starting to use it more.
what happened to the Mohawk?
Yeah.
Well, I shaved it over a toilet and flushed.
Oh, that's pretty
So-
simple.
Same
You know,
thing
the,
with
the,
the
mo- the
blonde hair.
Mohawk comes back. I mean, from time
Every
to
now and
time.
then.
Yeah.
Nice.
You know, until people start telling me I need to grow up and be more mature. You know,
Now, do you
so-
have a band? Are you in a band? Do you travel around and play?
Well, I'm a classical musician by trade, so that's that's mainly what I do.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I play in a group called the River City Brass, which is a Pittsburgh-based brass band. We do classical, jazz, big band, all that kind of stuff.
Cool.
I play with a bunch of orchestras in the Pittsburgh area, and teach a lot of private music lessons to kids and stuff like that. And to be honest with you, that's why my name is different than my real name too. Being in the arts, I am the gun guy, the singular gun guy. So it's really important, especially working with, like I said, with a lot of young kids and in schools and all that kind of stuff. It's just better to separate it. If I was
Sure.
myself
relate to that.
online and easily searchable, I mean, anybody can still find it. But if they search under my name, then it's just better to separate the two,
Right.
in my experience. So,
Makes
but yeah,
sense.
classical music's what I do actually. So I just spend a lot of time practicing in a room with no windows.
You're not. you don't go to the symphony orchestra and a chest rig or anything.
No,
That would be awesome. You're just one day walk out
drop
there,
leg
like
holster.
you always do, all professional, but have a chest rig on.
And your drop leg holster that's got your other instrument or something in there. You
oh, there you
Zombie
go.
sing.
have a zombie flute or something. I don't know.
Oh man,
This is my hydro dipped zombie flute.
hydro dip zombie flutes.
So, do you have anything big coming up on the channel or with your training? Or
Well, I'm doing the contractor classes, tactical response next month. So
those look awesome.
yeah, so that's gonna be really fun. Right after that, I go up to Sig Sauer for a couple days to do stuff for their new striker fire
Fire,
gun,
yeah.
the Sig P320, and
Not the pig, but the SIG.
not the pig, the Sig, and let's see what else.
Got any new songs coming out?
Yeah, I've got some of the works.
Yeah?
I've got some of the works. I kind of have to have the right idea. You know what I mean? Like writing the music to me is pretty easy. Having a good idea, that's where it's at, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? Good ideas are everything. So
Sure. And then you just fill in the blanks.
I
after
have
that.
to I have to have something to make fun of. People are like, oh, you're going to do the 9 and 45 song? Well, no, because that's like the 40 is funny because it's smashed in there in the middle. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Right.
And in the end, 40's like you said, 40's work and they kill people, but I mean, it's the thing that's in the middle. It's the easy target to make fun of.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's that's kind of what I look for.
It's like the middle child. Yeah.
Right. And in the end, I like to poke fun. I like to, I have a song called Only Cops Should Have Guns. Obviously, I don't believe that.
Right.
But I kind of troll the trolls in a
Yeah.
way. You know what I mean?
That's
So
kind of like what we do with our videos. We troll ourselves. I'll put little pop-ups making fun of us.
Mm-hmm.
We hardly have any trolls.
Oh,
Because we
This is
just
because I don't think
bust
anybody
it.
watches our shit.
Well,
I think that's got a lot to do with it.
but yeah, just more gun stuff. So
Nice. Very cool.
Because we're trite.
We're trite.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Who was it that said that?
It's one of our iTunes.
Yeah,
things.
iTunes reviews. These guys, I cannot believe how trite they are. We had to look up what
No,
trite
he's
meant.
like, hey, I don't think they realize how trite they are.
Yeah.
I was like, whatever. You
gotta have fun.
Obviously, you don't get us.
you
Yeah.
gotta have fun with it too. I mean,
Oh,
you can't.
yeah.
You know,
Well, I mean, that's the whole point of Talking Lead as a whole, is we're trying to prove that just because you're into firearms, everything's not always serious. When we're using our firearms and when we're training with them, when we're shooting, we're serious. But when they get holstered or put away or we start doing the wrap-up, it's fun. We crack jokes. We bust balls with everybody else, just like everybody else does.
right?
Get our balls busted.
Not anywhere in
my
Camden,
favorite part.
Tennessee.
Not anywhere.
This is 2 weeks of tactical response talk. What's going on? Is he sponsoring us now? We just don't know it.
No, that's not the case. I think we're sponsoring him. He's a good guy. He helps us out a lot. So
Jaeger is
I don't
Jaeger
mind plugging him any opportunity we get.
that dude is for real, man. He's
He is.
generous and as generous a person as I've ever known. If he has many good qualities, but if I just had to pick one, I'd say that.
No matter what anybody says on the internet, you can't say anything until you meet the guy. And we experienced that firsthand when he came on the show the first time. We're like, wow.
Oh, I mean, we had all
kick-ass
kinds of. When we were just sitting here, like almost betting how it was going to turn out. You know,
And it was
it's like he's gonna end up throwing me out the window. You know, he's gonna have Zeke in a chokehold, and we're gonna piss him off somehow. And,
No, he's a great guy.
yeah, absolutely.
So, speaking of sponsors, we've got some sponsors we got to thank. Before we do, though, the T-shirt contest is over. We finished taking entries on the 15th.
15th was the last day,
Yep.
and I will say this. If you feel like maybe your picture didn't get posted, then you still can go post it now. Facebook or Instagram.
But there needs to be proof that it was posted before the 15th.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But I know that there's some people had some issues and problems posting, so...
Yeah.
Because
Because our judging is not till Thursday, so if you send us something on an email, like a screenshot proving that you posted it before the 15th, we'll take it, but it has to have proof on there because there's a big prize involved.
Yep, there is. So that will be given away next week. We're going to get a panel of
We'll
judges
announce the
together.
Yep.
So that'll be recorded on Thursday, and then
Thursday we'll probably do
and
it
then
from the
Friday.
National Armory or something.
and then we'll announce it Friday. I mean, will be
Yep.
the big announcement.
That'll be cool. So we'd like to thank Sonoran Desert Institute, www.sdi.edu. If you want to go and become a gunsmith, certified gunsmith, they're getting more and more builds to where you get more and more hands-on. Working on a lot of really cool programs over there. SDI.edu.
ICE Training, ICEtraining.us. That's Rob Pincus. Go check out his website and check out his training schedule, all the cool training classes he's got coming up. And you can also get his new book there, which that's what I was
Defend
looking for.
Yourself, wasn't it?
Yeah, Defend Yourself.
Yeah.
His new book, Defend Yourself.
And
Defending yourself. Defend yourself.
Defend
yourself.
It's got the word defense and you in it somewhere. Also, Savoy Leather, Jeremiah Savoy can put just about anything you want on a leather holster. He also does belts and wallets, I think, still. Jeremiah, you can call me and cuss me out, which you don't cuss that much, but you can yell at me if you don't do wallets anymore. But he's amazing. He does some amazing artwork on leather. It's SavoyLeather.com, spelt Savoy, Savoy.
Cantu Bruner Pins and Design. The pin we were talking about today, my little zombie pin. Actually, it's a big 50 cal shell there that he sent us. Got those nice, cool, stealthy 308 pins.
Ghost pin.
He's got some other cool stuff on his website there, so go check him out, CantuBrunerDesigns.com.
All or Nothing Tattoo Studios, allornothingtattoo.com, and their very gun-friendly merchandise store, strangleholdmerch.com.
Holder and Green Professional Real Estate Services, HG Press, for all your Middle Tennessee real estate needs. Give those gun-friendly guys and girls a call at 1-800. I screwed it up last week. I said area code. And I think I said 888, too, but it's 1-800-615-1840, extension pew, 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 pew.
HG Press probably lost a lot of sales from that.
The
They're
F.
going to drop off as a sponsor.
I don't know. I think they actually picked one. Actually, they did help, and they're licensed in Tennessee, but they can help you if you're in other states as well. They've just helped one of our lead heads in another state go through and obtain VA loan financing to buy their first house in another state. They just they can't do the real estate transaction, but they can hook them up with other real estate agents and other mortgage companies. So
Sure.
give them a call at 1-800-615-1840, the extension 2222.
Awesome. FX Hummel, thanks for coming on, man.
You know what you guys need?
What do we need?
You guys need a little jingle.
We do
I know
need
a guy.
little jingle.
I know,
You know
a
a
guy.
guy?
I know a guy that
You know a
writes
guy?
these little gun songs, man.
What kind of jingle would you
Talking
think that we would
lead,
need?
Talking lead,
I thought you were about to say
the bed. I don't know. I mean, talking something. I'll buy a rhyming dictionary on my way home. We'll get it all squared away.
Nice.
We had one of our lead heads give us a story about how our show helped him in bed.
Oh, that's on his honeymoon.
Silky Sheets.
On his honeymoon.
Remember Silky Sheets?
Yes, I do.
That's weird.
It was cool, and we were like, wow, that's, whoa. That's,
Wait a minute.
we
Take
love
it
you
as a
guys,
compliment.
Mr. and Mrs. Silky Sheet. And as always, left hand, keep your loved ones close. ...
And your firearms closer.